If you know me at all, you'll know that I barely know how to cook scrambled eggs. So, knowing that, the only logical thing to do is to try to make one of the fanciest cookies ever, Alvin Zhou's 48-hour cookies.
Cookies appear to have originated in Persia in 7th century AD. They were actually created earlier because they traveled well, but by today's standards, they weren't sweet enough to be considered cookies.
The American use of the name cookie derives from the Dutch word koekje, which means little cake. I didn't realize this until I looked it up, but there are actually different types of cookies.
The ones we'll be making today are called drop cookies.
According to Wikipedia, drop cookies are cookies that are, quote, made from a relatively soft dough that is dropped by spoonfuls onto the baking sheet.
Also, interesting factoid, brownies are actually a type of cookie called bar cookies.
Even though these are 48-hour cookies, we made them in 13 or so. This video took quite a while to make, so if you do enjoy, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing with notifications on. It helps out a ton.
Also, join the Discord to play with bots and do polls and stuff. Make sure to watch the end to see how the cookies turn out, and some bloopers.
Alright, we start off with our ingredients: espresso powder, light brown sugar, vanilla extract, baking soda, unsalted butter, dark brown sugar, 72% dark chocolate, all-purpose flour, and finally kosher and Maldon salt. So to start off, we brought out a pan and we turned it on medium-low heat, or low-medium, however you want to say it. And then we added an entire stick of butter, and then some of our light brown sugar, and then some salt, and we started stirring it up a bit. The ratio of brown sugar to butter was not great, seeing as the entire top layer was just butter. So, right about here, we added a little bit more. In the background, Will is starting on the brown butter, which is just 2 sticks of butter and 2 ice cubes. And then I add more brown sugar. We just kind of keep going and going, stirring, and then adding more stuff like that. It was, by the time we were done, it was just brown sugar. It shouldn't have gone that far. Kind of reminds me of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. And it was still hungry. That's the brown butter. It smelled super nice and it had a beautiful amber color. We have a nice angle on the satisfying clip of the liquid coffee being poured onto the baking sheet. And yes, it is very satisfying. We thought we would need to refrigerate it to harden it, but we didn't, which is great because we didn't have any refrigerator space. So we take a bowl and we add some of our sugar, some brown sugar, some espresso powder, some more brown sugar, even more, and then Will takes an egg, cracks it against the counter, and opens it into the bowl, and then he does the same thing with another egg, so we got 2 eggs in total. And then I add some flour. For this, we added some baking soda. We're not sure what it does, so if anybody in the comments could tell us, please do that. We're too lazy to look it up. And then we have what I believe to be 3 teaspoons of our pure vanilla extract. That stuff is not cheap. I wonder how they get it and why it's so expensive. And then I added more flour because, always need more flour. And then I add more flour. And then in the background, Will starts cutting up some of the chocolate. We actually bought 7 ounces when we needed 6 ounces, so we had to do a little bit of math and argue about it a bit. And then Will added some of the kosher salt, sprinkled it on, and then we started stirring. It was really, really dry, and we weren't sure why, but then we realized we needed to add the brown butter. The brown butter had evaporated a little bit, so it was still a bit dry. To counter that, we added about 1/3 cup of water, which did the trick. And then we argued about the proportions of chocolate for about 20 minutes or so. And then I continued stirring it after I had won the debate. And Will tasted it, and it tasted super good. Then I beat up some toffee, and I added it to the mixture. First I was using my hand to beat it, and then I switched to using a meat tenderizer because Will suggested it. And we started stirring that in, and then we added the chocolate that I had won the argument about. Don't ever forget that I won that argument, Will. Anyway, then I started stirring it again, and I don't know why I added so many clips of me taking it out of the bowl and putting it into the plastic bag. I guess I just needed some filler space, which, now that I think about it, I want actually less filler space. I want it to be as quick as possible. So yeah, we scraped out all the dough, or the cookie dough from the bowl. Last a little bit right about here, and we zipped it up in the gallon-size Ziploc baggie right here, and we take it to the refrigerator to have a nice long nap. Before we bake these cookies, I want to thank today's sponsor, me. I spent a lot of money on this video. Like, a lot of money. So if you do enjoy it, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. It's free and it lets me know these videos are worthwhile. Anyway, it is now time to take the dough out of the fridge. We used soup spoons, balled it up, and added it and put it on the cookie tray. Then we put it in the oven for about 20 minutes or so at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we took it out, and after some deciding, we decided that it needed to go into the oven for 5 more minutes. So Will did that. And then we took it back out after 5 minutes, let it cool for 5 to 10 minutes, and then using a knife, we cut it up a bit. Because it had baked more like bar cookies because we had used too much dough per cookie. And then we served it, and Will had the first bite, and...
That's pretty good.
After that bite, we realized it was not pretty good, and it was actually quite disgusting. My parents disagreed, though. I think what did it is the amount of salt and brown sugar in the recipe. We also probably added too much water to the batter. If I were to do this again, I'd probably take more time. Overall, though, very fun experience. I want to thank you all so much for watching. These videos take a ton of time and effort to make, so if you do enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. Also join the Discord to play with bots and do polls and stuff. Thank you to Wolf for being in this video, and to Alvin Zhou for this recipe. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Bye. Ed. So for some reason, Shotcut decided it might be funny to delete my entire all-nighters worth of edits. So I had to edit this entire video twice! Anyway, here's a clip of us suffering, and then a clip of Will being weird. Alright, it's been a while. We're just gonna keep going. We almost had one last time, but Will here hit the mic.
Yeah, I get it. Alright,
This is so difficult.
I swear, dude.
I can't.
Dude, we need to leave this in, because, like, this is the part they don't see, you know?
Yeah, like...
I mean that even though you only have, like, 62 subscribers, it's still
69, actually.
69, whatever. It's still 2:36 a.m. and we're still trying to get a literal 200-word script correct.
Like, this is the side of YouTube people don't see. Like, they see their like what appears to be little minimum effort videos, like those commentary videos with like the little character guys, like especially with the odd ones out. I mean, the animation obviously takes a long time, but the scripts are so hard to read, especially at 2 a.m.
Yeah, we're really tired. We already cooked everything except for the baking part.
Yeah, we haven't baked the cookies that are in the fridge right now.
Yeah, we need to do that in the morning, or actually, it is the morning right now. So
technically, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this started. We cut here. 3, 2,